All right, and we are back, and another day, another dailies to get done. Let's jump on in and get these going. Ooh, a book for Glinda, huh? That's not too shabby. The only Glinda I have made, though, is my light one. Full buff, I think this is just going to be damage. Yeah, it's all damage dealt, and then it goes into resistance down, which is not bad. What does that change to? Is that duration? Yeah, just so an additional turn. So why not? Let's go ahead and just apply that. No reason not to at this point. Glinda is good on certain circumstances, especially with the full buff breaker. Run her in PvP for certain things. If you're curious on how I've built her, we'll cover that here real quick, since again, showing gems off on Astromons and just running through my process. But as always, it is not the be-all end-all. This is just one way I have put gems onto her. So run a conviction set for resistance. This helps her resist everything from taunt to taunt, sap, curse, you name it, that kind of stuff. Only at 34% here, but that is okay. But running defense percent, and an HP percent gem. Again, I'm not too worried about the sub stats on here, because again, this isn't like the best Astromon in the game to be, worried about sub stats on here. A little bit tank here, but almost 10,000, actually over 10,000 defense, which means she'll take a hit pretty decently from an Astromon. That extra HP there lets me pad that so that she can kind of take a hit. But overall, that is kind of my thought process with gemming her, is giving that resist to anything going down. So this way, when she is on the team, her only goal is for the full buff breaker. And like I talked in my gemming video, this is again where you always take a look at the entirety of the Astromon. It's not just, okay, she's a defender, go put defense gems on her. It matters what the skills are, where you're going to put this Astromon, how is it going to fit into a team composition, and that kind of jazz. So, but regardless, let's get back to it. Give that fruit, and then let's just keep upgrading this one. Expedition rewards, and it is coming down to the last couple days too for the Primo Festival for Persephone. We do not know when this is going to come back around, so I highly suggest, if you're just on the cusp of maybe getting to that 300 egg, try and get a good slime in this week. This is the last week to be able to do that, so that's 1,000 gems. And then anyone else you can kind of muster to help you get there. It is one of the staple Astromon in this game, and again, we don't know when this stuff is going to come back around. So hopefully you've pulled for it. If you didn't need it, you didn't need it. If you got it, hopefully just get out there and do your PvP each week and get your Gleam, so this way you can get other Persephones fed into her, and then ultimately getting her trinkets on there. So with that PSA out, let's keep going here. So that, I think that's it for the ship. Pretty sure. But I just have a feeling we're gonna have Acer next, and I'm gonna be really upset on that one. Even though I wanted to finish my Persephone line, I also wanted to pull a light Acer, and I know I talked about it in a video before. Reiterating, I kind of go on those tangents and bring stuff back up, especially from people who've watched the channel for a long time. But Light Acer was a definite, still is, as far as her attack power, a direct upgrade to a Dark Fenrir. She had the same kit as Dark Fenrir, so that's why I considered her an upgrade with it. But she's still good. She's still going to be a strong attacker to put on your team for anything. Is just you're just going to have to go with the new skill set on her. Plus, there's been a lot of talk around her when they did roll out the her new kit, so to speak, and people were just like instant nerf, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them. But I'm also one of those people who I don't just like jump on bandwagons like that. I like to test. Again, it's why when we did the barbed taunt, I didn't know if SP Siphon was gonna do what it did with barbed taunt, you know. So unfortunately, I have to have the Astromon in order to test whether or not the Astromon is good and for what kind of content, you know. Again, the reason why I push Dark Persephone for people to be pulling right now is not necessarily out of FOMO, but you guys see her in everything I do. Literally outside of doing, you know, Titans or the specific little dungeons, and even then that you can bring her along with you. I mean, this Astromon goes with me everywhere. If I had to, you know, pick, you know, if they brought us an Astromon over from this to Monster Super League 2, I love my Light Victoria, but I will 100% be like, I'm bringing my Dark Persephone. I'm sorry, I'd have to pick that one. So it's kind of why I'm promoting it so much, is just because it is an Astromon that you're going to use, and Light Acer for me would have been, you know, an upgrade to your Dark Fenrir, and being able to test her out and actually have that Astromon and see whether or not the changes really did nerf her. That's just something I like to test personally, rather than see what other people, you know, just, you know, spout on the Facebook page of MSL, you know. But regardless, one day we will see that Primo Festival come back. But for now, I am okay with what I have already pulled. There we go. Starstone dungeon done, I think. Everything else, I still need to do my Tower of Chaos. Maybe I'll do that after we record the 2 videos. I also need to record going back and finishing the missions for the new island on hard. It's just get caught up specifically with the Captor Festival. That doesn't leave me much time to record outside trying to chase down the leaderboard when I wanted to. Not to mention a little bit on vacation to start, so that's why these dailies are a day behind, if you've noticed the counter versus the day. But it's all good. Alright. So we've got that. We move on, and we will be going into, also don't worry, the new video for the new account will be coming up later today as well. Got some things to do on that before I record it and get it done, but fear not, for those of you following along on that, we will be covering something on there as well. And that is done. So there we go. Another day, another daily's done. So I'm going to get on to the Champions League and then the new account stuff. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's dailies.